Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. For more than 70 years, the Ford Foundation has partnered with IIE to strengthen education around the world. Through IIE, the Ford Foundation has trained teachers, built higher education collaboratives, and protected artists facing persecution. In 2001, we dedicated our single largest grant in the Foundation's history to give 4,300 IIE Ford International Fellowships the opportunity to earn graduate and postgraduate degrees. And one of our earliest collaborations with IIE, going back to 1959, was our support of IIE's Arts Division. And today, through the Artist Protection Fund, IIE offers safe havens to artists across métiers who use their voices and creative practices to challenge oppression, open minds, and bring meaning and beauty to our world. So tonight, we are pleased to bring Ameen Mokdad, who IIE supported through the Artist Protection Fund. So let's get started. You were born in Baghdad.
Yes.
And you first began playing music as a young person in Mosul, Iraq.
Yeah.
Tell us how you discovered music and how you came to love your instruments like children.
Oh, you know a lot. Well, I started precisely when I was 20. I touched the first violin when I was 20. Lots of people said it's too late, and I said that too, but I was like, well, I didn't have a chance to start before, and they didn't invent the time machine yet, so I will start when I was 20. My both parents, I'm lucky that they are both artists, nothing connected to music, but my dad wanted to paint something called the missing composition, like speaking about the composer who died before finishing the last composition. And he said that's a composer called Beethoven. And he wanted to take a photo, like to sketch something, like a hand nearby a violin and a sheet music. And I proposed, of course, like, oh, my hands really look like an old person. We took the photo, I still have it. And I said, he told me, like, Beethoven ended up being deaf and he composed music. And he died before he finishes the 10th symphony. Then I said, oh, when I grow up, I will become the composer who finishes this composition. Of course, my dad said, yeah. Then I had this dream when I was 10. After 10 years of that dream, I got the first violin. And yeah, that's that.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm going to turn us to something a little bit harder, because we are so lucky to have so many scholars here with us tonight who have made really difficult journeys, as you have.
Yeah.
And I want to hear a little bit from you about how the ISIS takeover of Mosul in 2014 affected your ability to perform, and what gave you the courage to take some of the risks that you took. You recorded and you uploaded music even during that time. Can you tell us a little bit about what made it possible for you to do that?
Well, the day that they decided to go in the city I remember was on a Wednesday. And I was taking like an off from my work to go with my friend to perform in streets on Friday. And on Wednesday we were like shopping some mixers and like some things just to do a flash mob, and that was something not there. Like it's very, very tricky and dangerous. Even though ISIS wasn't like publicly, like we know there's troops.
Yeah.
And there's this back and forth between the army, like the same situation in Afghanistan. Taliban is there, and there's a government, but there's this always. Anyway, so on Friday we had the concert to have the concert, and I will be that like 2 weeks before I bought a cello, and I start playing cello, and I learned a piece by AC/DC, like Thunderstruck. And I was like, I will be the first cellist in the modern ages to play in Mosul and be like AC/DC, you know? They destroyed my concert.
They destroyed
And that was
you.
literally, that pissed me off.
It made you mad.
Literally. On Wednesday, and I was calling my friend Omar. I was like, "Hey, are we doing the concert?" It's like, Ameen,
Are you
they are dropping bombs on us. I was like, maybe they will stop, maybe, because we just like really had a hope. Then they didn't.
They didn't stop.
They were shouting the street and like announcing that they just took the city. Then I took the cello on the rooftop, and I put the phone and I performed AC/DC Thunderstruck with a very angry face. And I posted that 2014 on Facebook, and I said, I'm still doing what I want to do in the place I like, what I was very crazy. And people were like, we hear this crazy news that ISIS took control of the city and this guy is playing cello on the rooftop.
On the rooftop.
I didn't really realize how dangerous that was.
So there we have it.
Yeah. Then here when that's changed some people's mind. Like, wait a minute, does ISIS support music? I was like, of course not. Why would you do
ISIS
that?
Vanquish the spirit?
I was like, I started forming this idea. I want to just prove that no, there's innocence here. Then after, when I left to Baghdad during that time, for a couple months before I go back to Mosul during ISIS time and stuck there forever, I hear these rumors and ideas from even Baghdadi or from Iraqis, like they had this generalized idea by, oh, did you hear about what happened in Mosul? It's like, I guess I was there. It was like, yeah, just, they all supported that, they just kill everybody. Then that's put the idea in my brain. Even Iraqis who lived under the same oppression and lived so many wars together, and they know when there's war, they don't have a choice. They justified this craziness. And it was like, yeah, they're like Mosuli people, if they were not supporting ISIS, or the same one, lots of people said, like, if Afghanis not supporting Taliban, why would Taliban come? No, they just came because there's so many civilians who doesn't have weapon, and it's not their job to fight. So when I went back, I said, okay, I'm stuck there. At least I want to prove to each person I talked with and justify this horrible situation, because we thought that the Iraqi government will bomb the city. So I will post music and I will do music and I will risk that just to prove if you decided to press the red button, you will kill at least one innocent. So then day by day I learned how music is affecting me, that I had a really stable mental status comparing to the people who didn't have music in their life. I know they see me as a crazy person. Even ISIS agree on that. And I don't blame them. But that literally taught me well that I don't do music when I feel well. I do music to feel well. So that was like my... It's still crazy, I know, but...
From that moment on the rooftop, can you tell us how something like having IIE's Artist Protection Fund has made an impact on your life, and how your Artist Protection Fund Fellowship in Residence at Cuatro Puntos in Connecticut helps you now on your journey?
Well, I don't want it to sound like cliche or cheesy, When I remember I told Alison and Margaret the first time we had a meeting, so we had exchanged emails, and the first time we had a Zoom meeting, I was like, you are real? Because I didn't think that anybody would care about what I'm doing.
Wow.
And that made me feel like there's a famous song to a Lebanese singer, Fairuz. In Arabic say, أؤمن أن في هذا الكون المقفل من يصغي لي. So I believe that in this closed small world, that there's someone is listening to me. So I remember I cried when I received the email, and because away from the personal fact, I just felt like there is someone really cares, and someone is putting time and effort and resources to help a random person trying to make peace in this world. And sometimes we really want this small sound just to make us believe that we are real, we are doing things. Working with Cuatro Puntos since 5 years, we did an amazing project then. When I applied to IPF, Artist Protection Fund, I felt that will increase even more the amazement, and gave me a really, really great push, transferring myself and everything I do, my work here in the US, and in a great way. I just feel I have like something I could lean on, and a beautiful family I'm very honored to be part of, and now I have amazing friends. So for many levels, professional level, personal level, artistic level, I feel I'm lucky. Now, again, I don't want it to sound cliche, but this is what again, this small thing that I believe that, oh, there's someone who's listening. It's not just like application you send and you just wish. No, someone did give time and effort and love to read and understand and see, like, because we are like this, always ask the question, are we really exist? We always have this, am I really there? Does someone sees me? Because sometimes, especially in war zones, you think you are transparent. Nobody's seeing you, you know. So that was a proof that I'm here.
Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. A promise I have made. A promise I have made. No one I live again. A promise I have made. No one I live again. No one. No one I live again. No sounds of pain. No sounds of pain. No sounds of pain. No tears falling like the rain. Years and years of fear. The death is still not trained. A flying dream got killed when harm was so near. A crying mom at night, a lonely son with light, a broken heart they share, a broken heart they share. A promise I have made. No one, no one, no one, no one I live again. No one, no one, no one I live again.